Wednesday, June 28th. I'm your lovable comic book pal, Brian. And when it's Wednesday, you know what that means. It's time for comics again. No, I actually think this is a pretty good likeness. It's a good Ocean's 11 disguise. I'm gonna steal his identity. That's what I'm gonna do. Beards are itchy. Why do dudes have beards? Why? Don't do it. Alright, I think... Ugh. Get it off. Alright, I think that's enough of that for one day. Obviously, it's me, Cacey. Brian is doing his civic duty, doing the jury duty, deciding the fate of some poor soul out there. So in the meantime, let's get into comics again. Alright, so let's jump right in with some new #1s from DC Comics. There aren't any. I feel like I'm already messing this up. I'm a terrible replacement for Brian. But seriously, DC doesn't have any new #1s this week, but they have a bunch of awesome comics that are continuing their awesome stories. So even though there aren't any new #1s for DC this week, come check out the ongoing stuff that they do have. Maybe I'll mention a couple of them in Comics Forever, since DC's been a little light in the comics again this week. So, on to Marvel. This week, Marvel Comics has two #1s for you. We've got an ending and a beginning. A prequel, the most beginning of beginnings. So first up, we've got Carnage Reigns Omega. This is the ending of the Carnage Reigns crossover. So, it all ends here. Check it out. And for your prequel #1, we've got Before the Fall, XMen, Heralds of Apocalypse. Say that 5 times fast. This is actually the origin story of the birthplace of Arrako. So, you know, maybe we can get a little clue as to what Apocalypse has been up to all this time. I'm excited to check it out. So that's it for new #1s from the big two. Let's move on to the other companies and see what they got for us. First up, very excited for The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. This one comes from one of my all-time faves, James Tynion, as well as Tate Bromball and Isaac Goodart. The solicit describes this book as Invincible meets Doom Patrol, so sold, sign me up. Essentially, it is a LGBTQ horror hero coming-of-age tale of a kid who's a brilliant scientist and, you know, it leaves him being a little bit lonely and a little bit ostracized by his community. And one day, the cute boy at school turns into a monster. So he's got to figure out what the heck is going on there. Very excited to check this one out. Check out The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. Next up from Boom Studios, it's hometown hero himself, Creed. And this time, it's Amara Creed as well. This one takes place 10 years after the events of Creed 3, and Amara is stepping out of her father's shadow and pursuing her own boxing limelight career. Creed the Next Round for all fans of Rocky and Creed. And lastly, also from Boom Studios, we've got more Power Rangers for you Power Rangers heads out there. Leading up to the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, which makes me feel ancient, by the way. This new miniseries, Power Rangers Unlimited, The Coinless. It seems like it's a ragtag group of misfit Power Rangers, and they gotta figure out how to save their world. It looks awesome. Check out Power Rangers Unlimited, The Coinless #1. So, since it was a pretty light week, and you don't have Brian here as you normally would for comics, again, I almost called it Comics Forever. Careful. Since it's a pretty light week, I wanted to showcase a new trade that's coming out, just so I don't have to do it on Comics Forever. So here it is. Ha! New X-Men by Grant Morrison, Giant Omnibus. If you haven't read this series, you absolutely should. It is in and out of print very quickly, very frequently. This is the first printing that they've had in a couple years, and I highly suggest you buy it because I feel like it won't be around for very long. So, New X-Men by Grant Morrison Omnibus, out today. Thanks for joining me for this week's Comics Again. I am sorry I am not Brian. Truly, I'm always sorry I'm not Brian. But, you know, I gotta deal with me, so you gotta deal with me. So, it is what it is. But once again, thank you for joining me for this week's Comics Again. If you are unable or unwilling to join us because the weather is disgusting outside, make sure you shop with us at bravenewworldscomics.com. All this week's titles are on our website. And if there's anything you can't find on there, feel free to always give us a call or shoot us a message on Instagram. We will see you, well, I'll be seeing you on Friday for Comics Forever. And until next time, Comics Again. Hello, everyone out there in internet land. It's Wednesday. I'm definitely Brian. I am 100% Brian. It's time for Comics Again.